stop right there and allow me 30 seconds to ask you a very important question. Thank you. Are you living the life of your dreams? Are you living a life filled with passion? Are you allowing that burning desire, that flickering in your heart, are you allowing that to ignite or to burn out? Or maybe you're one of these people that just believe that this dream for you would never come true. Or maybe you're following somebody else's dream for you that's not even yours. Well, if that's you, then stay right here, because I have a really, really special program for you today that's going to help change your mindset on all this and know that it is possible that you can live the life of your dreams. You can ignite that burning desire inside you, and you can just run wild with it and do whatever you want. Guaranteed. I have a special guest with me, my co-host today, and she's living proof of it, and I'm on my way with living proof of that, and I'm excited for this show. So you're watching episode 16 of the Hangout with Penny show, and this show is all about you, actually. It's all about inspiring you and to uplift you and empower you to live your best life. And my co-host tonight, she's going to give us 7 tips to help us do that, whether it's our business or whether it's just our personal life or both, and she's going to help us. So, however, you know what? I'm going to switch it up a little bit here, and I have a special announcement for you. So, ta-da! Are you an entrepreneur or a coach, trainer? You're working alone? You have all these ideas, but you don't know how to implement them. You're going around in circles because you don't know what to do first. It seems like you're just going backwards sometimes. You have all these ideas, but you're having challenges and you can't stay on track. Well, I can help. I am running a mastermind, a Law of Attraction mastermind program starting in January. And why did I want to run this program for you? Because I am a long-time participant in mastermind groups. I've been in mastermind with one. I've been in a mastermind with several. And if you're a trainer, if you're a coach, if you're an entrepreneur, becoming involved in a mastermind team, it just, for one thing, holds you accountable. There's many minds that can get together and really help you go forward. So you're not going in circles. You got direction, you have focus, and we're there as a team to help, support, mentor each other. And yeah, so stay tuned for January, my mastermind, Law of Attraction Mastermind, for coaches, trainers, and entrepreneurs. So there we go.
That's exciting.
So, thank you for making the Hangout with Penny show a habit, a weekly habit every Friday night, 8 p.m. Eastern. And for those of you that have been making this a habit, you know that one of my favorite things, other than my co-host, of course, and all the information I give you, is the wine of the week. I love that expression, the wine of the week. So the wine of this week is Clean Slate. Clean Slate. And I'm just going to pour. And I'm going to invite Maria out after cheers.
Cheers, Penny. Cheers.
Maria knows all too well what it's like to start over with a clean slate.
Yes.
Sometimes it's not by choice.
Often it's not by choice. Mm-hmm.
But sometimes our darkest moments can be our brightest light. So Maria, come on out and introduce yourself, and yeah, just tell people who you are.
Thank you, Penny. Happy Friday, everyone. I'm so honored to be here. Thank you, Penny, for inviting me to be on your hangoutwithpenny.com show. It's a real honor to be here, and I'm very excited. So cheers to everyone. Happy Friday night. I am drinking, it's actually apple juice. I'm not a huge drinker, and I don't have wine at my house. So, but I thought, you know what? Let's celebrate with some apple juice in a champagne glass. So, cheers, everyone. And here's to living your dream. I always say, here's to dreaming big, and to dreaming with your eyes wide open.
Love it.
So,
Thank you.
cheers, Penny. So, I am the creator of a network called the Ladies Who Lunch Network. And essentially, the network was created to inspire women to realize their dream, because often people don't even know what it is that they want. I mean, it sounds really it's awful, really. It's really sad. I remember a few years back, I was out for lunch with a girl, and I very casually I just turned to her and I said, "So what's your dream? Like, what's your dream? What is it that you know, if you could have anything in the world, like, what is it that you dream about?" And she was just shocked. She just kind of looked at me like, how dare you ask me that question? Almost like it angered her, because I obviously touched on something, and it was very sad, because you know what? She didn't have a dream. She didn't know, because she was a mom. She was busy taking care of her kids, and she really didn't ask herself, what is it that she wanted? And that was really sad. But I did spark something in her, and I don't think she liked me very much, but actually, it's a funny story, because later on she did contact me and she apologized. She said, "You know what? I'm really sorry for sort of feeling very uncomfortable when you asked me what is my dream, because I didn't have one at the time and I didn't want to tell you that." And that made me so sad, Penny. And I was like, why don't you have one? And she's like, "I didn't think that I don't know, that maybe I deserved it, or that I could accomplish it, or that I was worthy of even dreaming." And that made me so sad. So it was one of the reasons I started the network, really to inspire women to realize their dream, like discover your passion. What is it that gets you up out of bed every morning? What is it that makes your heart sing? And B, to go after it. So.
Maria, I just would like to just add on, though. Some women's dreams is to be a mom. That's their passion. That's what they want to do.
There's nothing wrong with that. Absolutely, there's nothing wrong with that.
Perfect. No. But on my own personal life, and I know many of my friends and acquaintances that they're in careers or a job that they're only there because it's a paycheck. Mm-hmm. They're not living their passion, and they're afraid. It's fear that's holding them back. Yeah. And if we get past that, and you teach people that as well, Marie, that you can just what you have a line that's really wonderful about fear. What is it? Can you share that with us?
I have so many, Penny. Now you're putting me on the spot, but I think everything you've ever wanted is on the other side of fear is a common one. I use it a lot. It makes sense, because fear is essentially what stops us from taking action. Fear of the unknown, fear of what are people going to think of me? Like, this is a really dumb idea, or like fear that I can't do that. I'm not as smart as her, or I don't have what she has, or I'm using the word she because I speak to a lot of women, so apologies. I know we have males in our audience, and that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. So, but in general, fear is what holds us back from taking action. And as I said, there's many kinds of fears. Fear of people laughing at you, fear of failure, fear of looking stupid, fear of the unknown. So many different fears, and it is what holds us back from taking action. That and procrastination, I have to say. Procrastination is also a very big one. It's like, oh, it's okay, I've got tomorrow, or I'll do that next week, or don't know how much time you have. Sorry, I hate to be so morbid, but like, we don't know how much time we have on this earth. So don't put things off tomorrow or the next week, or because hey, last time I checked, we don't live forever, right? So I always live my life with a sense of urgency, and that's not a frantic urgency. I don't want it to come across like that. Although sometimes I can be very hyper, but passionate. Yes, I live my life with a sense of urgency, because life is urgent. Like last time I checked, like I said, we weren't here forever. So it is important to me that I do the things that make me happy and inspire others to do the same. So
Maria, that's why I started to do these hangouts. You think I wasn't afraid to do this? I was.
Yes.
I mean,
Yes.
who am I to do a hangout? I didn't have any experience. I didn't. But you know what? I did it because I know what it's like to be that person alone and feeling like I didn't know what to do, and I just kind of lost my train of thought there for a moment.
No, I totally understand what you're saying. You're doing amazing, amazing. And like you said, you were afraid to do the hangout, but look at you now. Look at you now. I'm serious. Like, so it all starts with nothing. And we have to talk about that, Penny, a little bit because I think people maybe look at you, maybe they look at me and they think, yeah, whatever. You know, maybe you had everything handed to you, or your life has been super easy. So I think we should touch on that a little bit. I want to tell everyone that everything starts from nothing. So when people say to me, "Oh, wow, you have like 5,000 likes on your Facebook page, or you have, 200 members, and wow, that was so easy. How'd you do that?" It wasn't easy. It's a lot of work. And I say businesses are built on blood, sweat, and tears, and a lot of work. That's just the bottom line. But because I'm following my passion, that's what makes it sustainable. So I kind of lost my train of thought too. But I think what we're trying to talk about is maybe what you see sometimes is deceiving. People maybe look at images of the network, or maybe look at me and say, you probably have it all. Like, what have you been through? What can you teach women that are afraid, or that have lost everything? And I'm a testament to what I preach, because how long ago was it now? Well, it was probably about 5 years ago. I was married, very happily married, and one day that all fell apart very unexpectedly, and it was a big shock for me. And I was, to make a very long story short, I went from living in a 5,000 square foot home with my husband, very happy, our son, and everything was gone. I was left with nothing, basically. Very unfortunate circumstances, which I won't go through into too much detail, but I had a 2-year-old son, and I had no place to live. So I had to end up crashing on my mom's couch. God bless her. God bless my dad. And I slept on her couch in her apartment for a year. So I had no money, no job, nothing. But I was very determined, and I said, you know what? It was a very depressing time for me, don't get me wrong. I was sad. Life as I knew it was like the rug was just pulled out from under my feet, and life as I knew it was no longer the same. And I know a lot of us have been there, but and a lot of people were like, "Oh, you can't do it. You need help." And I was like, I don't want to hear the negativity. I just want to focus on what's good, what's positive. I have my health, I have my son, and I'm going to make it work. And so slowly but surely, I pulled myself out of that, because I always teach women that you are not your circumstances. That's really important. You are not your circumstances. So I just had a vision. I was like, no, I'm getting off this couch. I'm going to get my own place, and I'm just going to slowly start to rebuild my life. And that's what I've done. And then once I did that, I was like, now I want to inspire women to do the same. So hopefully I'm doing that with the network.
I just want to thank you very much for sharing that, because that really wasn't part of our what we were going to talk about today. We're going to get to the 7 tips, promise.
7 tips, exactly.
But I find it's very important, because so many of us find ourselves, especially people that are just recently going through that, there is hope. There is that second, we can reinvent ourselves at any time of life. And by using the law of attraction, and by being very conscious and determined, we can do it. We can pick ourselves up, and we can be better. We can thrive. We're not just surviving anymore. We're thriving.
Yeah.
And so, oh my gosh, I could go on and on with this, but you know what, Maria? Let's start with tip number 1, because you have so much to offer, and so let's
Thank
just
you.
get started.
True, Penny. We were just talking about before we went on air. Our favorite expression is, "It's only after you've lost everything that you are free to do anything." And oftentimes, what you think is the worst thing, and I want you to pay really close attention to everyone that's listening tonight. if you're going through something really difficult, whether you've broken up with a partner or you've lost a job or you're going through something really transformational, oftentimes you're probably thinking, this is the worst thing that could have ever happened to me. Like, I don't see any silver lining here. But when you look back, it actually could be the best thing that ever happened to you. You're just not seeing it right now. So be patient with yourself. Try to focus on what's good, what's positive, and oftentimes, like I said, the worst thing that you think is happening to you is a blessing in disguise. So, anyways, let's get now down to our 7 tips to building a business and life that you love. Tip number 1. Tip number 1, Penny. Find out who you are and start acting like it. What do I mean by that? You are whoever you believe yourself to be.
Yes.
So, right? So,
yes.
What are the 2 most powerful words in the English language, Penny?
I am.
That's right. And everything that comes after that is truth.
Yep.
So if you say, I am intelligent, I am beautiful, I am powerful, I am capable, that's the truth. And the universe responds with yes, as we know that. We are both certified law of attraction facilitators, right? So
yes.
Alternatively, if you say things like, I'm not good enough, or I can't do this, or I'm, and the universe is going to respond yes. So be very careful with your words, right? People will treat you and relate to you as what you say you are. So that's very, very important, right? This is very powerful. So believing in yourself is 100% mindset. And when you start acting like the superstar that you are, Penny, and that you are meant to be, people will follow suit because they see you as you see yourself. So I hope that makes sense.
Yes, absolutely. Yes.
Tip number 2 is build a business. And it sounds cliche, I'm sure you've heard it a lot, but build a business around your passion. So we've all heard that you will never be successful doing something that is not in your heart. And there's good reason for that. Oftentimes people chase the money and they do things just for money. And really that's not, it's not a good reason. It's not a good reason, people. I'm serious, it's not a good reason. And oftentimes people think, well, I can't make money doing what I love. Yes, you can. Your passion can be monetized. First, find out what you love. Penny, like what you're doing right now, this show, right? Being on air, interviewing, talking, the law of attraction. These are all things that you love, right?
Yes, absolutely.
Yeah. So if you love something, you will find a way to monetize it. That's not a problem, not the other way around.
That's right.
Right? Yeah, anything can be monetized. That's what I say, right? So number 3, it's in the doing and not the knowing. So what I mean by this, Penny, is knowledge without action is not going to get you anywhere.
Yeah, I was one of those. Always going for the next course, always going for the next, and not do. And one time my friend says, when are you going to start doing something with that? You're right.
Yeah, and what was stopping you? Like, why didn't you want to? Fear, yeah, right?
Yeah, I wasn't good enough. I had to keep going. I had to go get that next certificate because I had to be good enough. I had to be smart enough. I had to prove myself. But oh boy, you know what? That's like,
yeah.
Life is your experience.
Exactly, absolutely. I'm so proud of you for doing this show. It's amazing. And so again, it's in the doing, not the knowing. So like you said, you could have read 100 books. But until you actually do something, knowledge is useless without action. That's what I say. Knowledge is useless without action. And
you know what just came to me?
Yeah.
Is you can read 100. I just came to me. You can read 100 knitting books, but you're not going to get a sweater out of it.
Did you just make that up?
I just made it up right now.
Oh my God, I love it. I'm going to tweet that.
Okay.
You can read 100 knitting books, but you can't make a sweater out of it. That is amazing. You are very, very smart. That is very true. Very true. So basically, a lot of people are always, I don't know what I'm trying to say here. It's like being in the stands as opposed to being on the field of life. So it's so easy to be in the stands, Penny, right? Like you said,
Yes.
oh, we comment on other people, we give our advice, we give our opinions, right? But we don't actually get down in the stands, right? So kudos to everyone that is actually taking action, that is like in the stand, in the field, down in the field of life,
Down
you know?
in the field, yep.
Because that's the
get
only
off the
place.
stands, get in the field.
That's the only place where the magic can happen, right?
Yeah.
So it's in the doing, not the knowing. That's my tip number 3. So what else? Tip number 4, welcome mistakes. People welcome mistakes. I welcome all my mistakes in both my personal and my business life. You know, because mistakes are blessings in disguise.
Yes.
They really are, right? How can you learn anything if you don't make a mistake?
You can't. You
can't, right?
No.
You can't.
No.
So it's your chance to learn from mistakes and to do better or differently. That's it. You make a mistake, and either you're going to learn the lesson, or it's going to keep repeating, which is always fun. That's always a fun one. It's like, why is this happening to me? Like Michael says, why is this happening to me? Well, maybe because you haven't learned the lesson yet, but that's okay. Keep going till you get it, right?
Yes.
And there's no growth without mistakes. That's what I say. So mistakes are essential. Don't be afraid of them, and welcome them instead.
Yes, and let go. I just want to add something, if I may. It's just like, just let go of that need to be perfect. Just let that go.
Yeah.
Because allow those mistakes to happen, because that's where some of our best growth can take place. And it's like, oh, and you know what? I got through that. So I can go on.
Yeah. Absolutely, absolutely. Don't be afraid to make mistakes. And this sort of ties into my next tip, which is every successful person will and should fail at least once. And heck, I say the more times you fail, the better. It's true, because, you know, there's no success without failure. I know it sounds cliche, but it's 100% true, right? The more times you fail, the easier it is to get back up, Penny. That's what I think, right? The first time you make a boo-boo, you're like, oh my God, I'm going to kill myself. No, I didn't say that. You know what I mean? They're like mortified. But you know what? Who cares? Really, people don't really care. You think people really care, but at the end of the day, people are just looking out for themselves and what's going on in their life. People don't really care if you've made a mistake or not, you know? So, and the more times...
Anyway.
They're not going to remember.
You will. You'll play it over.
Hopefully you won't, but they're not going to remember. Absolutely right. Absolutely. So I love failing, really. I know it sounds silly, but I fail a lot. I launch programs, I try things, I do things. It doesn't work out, but I learn from them, and then I revamp, I revise, I tweak, and I keep going, right? So again, it's in the doing where the knowing comes from, right? Not the other way around.
Your experiences.
Absolutely. Experience is the best teacher. Absolutely.
Yeah.
So another one. This is our second to last one, and I know you like this one too.
Oh, I bet you it's this one.
Go big or go home. Let's see your, that's it.
Dream big.
Yeah.
Can you read that?
Yeah, totally.
It's not backwards? Okay.
No.
It's backwards on my end.
Yeah.
I dreamed big. I wanted to swim with the dolphins. And I got to do that in Hawaii. It was my first day in Hawaii. I walked into the store, and this was staring at me when I walked in. So I'm like, I'll take that. And so, yep, that's what I have right here in my office. I took it off my wall for tonight.
I love it.
Go ahead with your tip.
I love it. So yeah, go big or go home. I mean, basically, don't be afraid to aim high. And there are no limits or ceilings to what you can accomplish. And don't let anyone else tell you otherwise. You know, when I first started the network, I said, you know, I want this to be a global network of women in business, fashion, and philanthropy all over the world. You know, and some people were like, really? I mean, how are you going to do that? You know, you're just you, and you don't really have a big team backing you, and whatever the case may be. But I don't listen to the naysayers, and I just say, okay, watch me.
Yeah, I love it. Watch me.
And you know, Penny, we have members from all over the world. We have members from as far as Lebanon, You mentioned Hawaii,
Mm-hmm.
Europe. I mean, from all over the world. There's places in the States where I don't even know the names of the towns. I'm like, Hennifer, where's Hennifer? I don't know where that is. I don't even know if I'm pronouncing that right. But it's just amazing, right? So don't be afraid to dream big. Oftentimes we are afraid because we put a certain ceiling on what we can or what we should accomplish. You know what I mean? Like, and people are so afraid, especially women. It's like when I say I want to have like 100,000 members in the network, some people are like, "Oh, okay, sure." Like, why not? If that's my dream, why does it bother you? You know what I mean?
Yes.
And what's wrong? What's wrong with that goal or that vision or that dream? Nothing, right? So,
Yes.
oh, there's an expression my friend taught me this. Visions are hallucinations without plans. So, of course, I have a plan to attain this number of members, right? But it all starts with a vision. It all starts with a dream. So don't be afraid to dream big and back it up with consistent action and plans, of course.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
another episode all in itself, right? So you can achieve anything you set your mind to, anything. And as we know with the law of attraction, Penny, anything is possible, right?
That's my motto.
Yep,
Anything is possible. Anything can happen.
absolutely. Yep. And the last one, my tip is to focus really and stop chasing the next shiny object.
Mm.
And as entrepreneurs, we tend to do that. We're very scattered. We go from idea to idea. But my advice would be just focus on one, do it well, and stop chasing the next shiny object. Hard work, determination, and relentlessness. Relentlessness. I think that's also determination. Are really the secrets to success. And there's no magic pill. It's belief, it's persistence, it's determination, and living with your heart. But I promise you, the results of your efforts will be better than anything you've ever imagined. And so keep going and don't ever give up. And as I say, dream with your eyes wide open.
Yes. Oh, that is beautiful. Oh, it is so true. Just keep going. Keep going. Um, when you said dream big, I just a few years back, when I would dream about being a law of attraction facilitator, and when I would dream about teaching people about the law of attraction, how important it is to the words that we use and how to reset what we do want. And so I would lie in bed and dream about this, and I would say, I'm going to reach the world. I'm going to be able to reach people around the world. You know what? I'm sitting in my home right now. Another great one is just let the law of attraction figure it out, because I'm sitting in my home right now, but I'd like to acknowledge I have people from Israel, I have people from Australia, I have people from the UK, I have people all over the US, all over Canada, India, and I'm getting messages all the time about how I'm influencing and helping them feel better about themselves. So hey, if you have that vision, just keep the vision going, keep focused, because one day it can show up. And Maria, you said there is no magic, but when you're living your passion and when you're doing what you want to do and you're feeling so great about it, it can feel like magic.
Absolutely,
It can feel like
absolutely.
magic. Oh, so before we come for your final words, this half hour just flew. You're watching the Hangout with Penny show, and it's a weekly show, 8 p.m. Friday nights Eastern time. And next week, episode 17, anything can happen, because what I'm offering for you next week, if you have any questions about prior episodes or prior guests that we've had, co-hosts, and that you want some, just send me an email or message me, and we're going to take care of that next week, because we're going to, yeah, it's going to be all about you. So anything can happen. We'll see who's going to be here, and yeah, so that's going to be fun.
I love it.
Also, yeah, I just thought I would try that. Michael, he has his Q&A panel, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just do something. Okay, so I'm just going to mention a couple of comments. Tana Marshall. Oh, I love Tana. Wow, this show is so full of great information. Thank you, Penny and Maria. So that's great. And Romy, she says, hi, Penny. Question, will you be writing a book? You'll be writing a book too, right? Yeah, as a matter of fact, I was, yeah, I have a couple things in the works, but yeah, so. Okay, just a reminder again for my mastermind program that's coming up in January. Stay tuned for that. So it's for coaches and trainers and entrepreneurs that are trying to make it on their own, because I've been there, and boy, you could just
feel very lost.
Yes. Oh, Maria, how about you mentioning a little bit, because you know very well how much the mastermind can really set you straight and get you going in your business.
Yeah.
You can mention that.
No, I agree. Your masterminding is incredible. It is definitely one of the most powerful resources that I've had the opportunity to be a part of and also facilitate. You learn so much, and it's so valuable. So really, if you have a chance to mastermind, I would say do it, hands down, for sure. I facilitate my own mastermind. This session is full. It's mastermindwithmaria.com. Our next one is not till January, but people can get on the waiting list, of course, by going to mastermindwithmaria.com. And of course, we encourage women to join the network, and would love to see all of you inside the members area. So ladieswholunchnetwork.com, inspiring women to be fearless and fabulous. Thank you, Penny.
Oh, thank you very much. Those tips, they are life-changing. Business, life in general, just whatever. Just to know that dream big, anything is possible, anything can happen. Maria, do you have a final word then for our viewers that are watching?
I wanted to say congratulations to you, Penny, and I want to say congratulations to dreaming and dreaming with your eyes wide open and to making your dream a reality with this show. It's amazing. I look forward to watching all of your episodes, and hopefully I'll be on again as your co-host.
Oh, thank you. I was just going to ask that, if you would come back again.
I love it.
I know you're so full of so much powerful information. Thank
you for allowing me the opportunity to share. Thank you for allowing me the opportunity to share.
Oh, thank you. And you're going to be having your own Hangout show. Do you know when that's going to be starting?
Are you using NLP techniques on me? Is that future pacing?
That's a future pace, baby.
Oh, thank you so much. I dream of my own show as well, and you've inspired me, and so has Michael and all of these amazing women in the community. And hopefully in the new year, I'll have my own show, hangoutwithmaria.com.
So in the new year, you are going to have your own show. Good. Great. Now
it's out there. Now there's no going back.
Okay. Thank you very much, Maria.
Thanks, Penny. You're awesome. I had so much fun.
Oh, thank you very much. And we're going to have you back for sure. And
thank you.
Maybe you can go on your show.
I love it.
All right. So, everybody, it's been the Hangout with Penny show, episode 16. Thank you very much for all your support and all your good wishes for me. This is just a dream for me. And so take care, everybody, and we'll see you next week, episode 17. Actually, you can go to hangoutwithpenny.com, and you can sign up there. You'll get a recording of today, and also I'll send you the link for the shows each week. So see you then, and remember this, coming in January. Ta-da! Okay, good night, everybody.
Good night, everyone.